Hi, Bruce. I'm very happy to see you again in this episode, and thank you very much. You are still watching my video. I hope all of you are always fine and success in your life, including in learning English. Well, in the episode 40, I would like to explain reported speech. If you want to understand well about this subject, please watch its explanation on the next screen without skipping. Baiklah viewers, mari kita lihat bersama-sama di layar ini. Topik kita kali ini adalah reported speech. Apa itu reported speech? Reported speech adalah melaporkan atau mengulangi pernyataan yang disampaikan oleh orang lain, pihak lain, atau diri sendiri. Mari kita perhatikan kalimat berikut. Nomor 1, mother told or asked us to use mask, wash hands, and not to make a crowd during COVID-19 pandemic. Ibu menyuruh kita untuk menggunakan masker, cuci tangan, dan tidak membuat kerumunan. Nomor 2, the man said to me that he did not understand Indonesian. Orang itu berkata kepada saya bahwa dia tidak mengerti bahasa Indonesia. 3, the teacher informed the students that he would leave for Jakarta. Guru itu memberitahu kepada para murid bahwa dia akan berangkat ke Jakarta. 4, I asked the foreigner whether or if she came from Australia. Saya bertanya kepada orang asing itu apakah dia berasal dari Australia. Nomor 5, a student asked the teacher what reported speech was. Seorang murid bertanya kepada guru itu apakah reported speech itu. 6, the investigator asked the curators how much money they had manipulated. Penyelidik bertanya kepada para koruptor berapa uang yang mereka selewengkan. Setelah kita melihat kalimat ini, mungkin Anda masih bingung. Untuk memahaminya, lanjutkan di layar berikut. Reported speech meliputi dua unsur, yaitu direct speech, kalimat langsung, dan indirect speech, kalimat tidak langsung. Mari kita lihat bersama-sama kalimat langsung untuk imperative sentence. 1, mother said to us, use mask, wash hands, and don't make a crowd. Ketika ibu mengatakan langsung, maka kalimatnya seperti ini, ditandai dengan tanda kutip. Kemudian indirect speech-nya tidak ada lagi kalimat perintah, yang ada hanyalah statement atau pernyataan. Menjadi mother told or asked us to use mask and not to make a crowd. Nomor 2, he said to us, don't disturb me. Indirect speech-nya, he told me or asked us not to disturb him. 3, she said to me, could you lend me money? Menjadi she told or asked me to lend her money. Setelah A, imperative sentence, kita beralih ke B, statements atau pernyataan. Nomor 1, the man said to me, I do not understand Indonesian. Indirect speech-nya, the man said to me that he did not understand Indonesian. 2, the teacher informed the students, I will leave for Jakarta tomorrow. Indirect speech, the teacher informed the students that he would leave for Jakarta the day after or the following day. 3. My friend said to me, I saw you at mall last night. Indirect speech. My friend said to me that he had seen me at mall the night before or the previous night. C. Interrogative sentence atau pertanyaan yang dijawab ya atau tidak. Nomor 1. I asked the foreigner, do you come from Australia? Indirect speech-nya bukan lagi interrogative, melainkan statement. Maka menjadi I asked the foreigner whether or if he came from Australia. Number 2. The foreigner asked me, can you speak English? Indirect speech. The foreigner asked me whether or if I could speak English. Nomor 3. I asked her, do you like speaking English? Indirect speech. I asked her whether or if she liked speaking English. D. Question atau pertanyaan. Untuk menanyakan banyak hal, maka kita menggunakan question word atau kata tanya. Maka indirect speech harus statement atau pernyataan. Nomor 1. I asked him, what is your name? Indirect speech. I asked him what his name was. 2. The teacher asked me, what time did you go to school? Indirect speech. The teacher asked me what time I had gone to school. 3. He asked me, where did you go yesterday? Indirect speech. He asked me where I had gone the day before. Setelah kita melihat direct dan indirect speech, maka dapat kita simpulkan di sini ada perubahan dari imperatif menjadi statement, statement tetap statement, interrogative sentence menjadi statement, dan questions menjadi statement. Jadi dapat disimpulkan bahwa indirect speech semuanya berupa statement. Berikutnya kita juga dapat melihat ada perubahan tense. Secara logika dapat kita bayangkan ketika kita melaporkan sesuatu, berarti sesuatu itu sudah terjadi terlebih dahulu, sehingga wajar jika terjadi perubahan tense. Kalau masih bingung, jangan skip, lanjut, kita lihat di layar berikutnya. Change of sentence pattern, perubahan pola kalimat. Dari direct speech, kalimat langsung ke indirect speech, kalimat tidak langsung. Imperative sentence berubah menjadi statement. Polanya 1. Ask V1 atau B pengganti kata kerja jika tidak ada. Apabila positif. 2. Ask don't diikuti dengan K1 atau B apabila tidak ada kata kerja. Jika negatif. Maka indirect speech-nya menjadi told atau ask diikuti dengan to V1 atau B 2. Told atau ask diikuti dengan not to V1 atau B jika tidak ada kata kerja. B. Statement, pernyataan. Indirect speech-nya tetap pernyataan. Pola kalimat said diikuti dengan kalimatnya berubah menjadi said that indirect speech, dan seterusnya. C. Interrogative sentence, kalimat pertanyaan yang dijawab ya atau tidak, indirect speech-nya berubah menjadi statement atau pernyataan biasa. Kata penghubung di indirect speech adalah if atau whether yang berarti apakah. D. Question atau pertanyaan yang menggunakan kata tanya untuk menanyakan banyak hal di indirect speech-nya berubah menjadi statement dan kata penghubungnya dan tetap menggunakan kata tanya diikuti dengan kalimat indirect speech. Saya ulangi lagi bahwa indirect speech tidak ada pola imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, questions. Yang ada hanya statement atau pernyataan. Jika masih bingung, jangan skip, kita lihat berikutnya. Change of the tenses, perubahan tenses. Direct speech ke indirect speech. Apabila direct speech-nya present titik-titik, maka indirect speech-nya past titik-titik. Seperti simple present menjadi simple past, present continuous berubah menjadi past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, present future menjadi past future, dan seterusnya. Demikian juga apabila direct speech-nya dalam bentuk past titik-titik, maka indirect speech-nya berubah menjadi past perfect titik-titik, dan seterusnya. Past perfect tetap past perfect karena tense paling jauh adalah past perfect. Change of the time signals atau perubahan keterangan waktu. Now indirect speech-nya then atau at that time. Indirect speech menggunakan tonight, indirect speech-nya that night, dan seterusnya. Examples. Number one, the teacher said to the students, do your assignment and send it to me via email. Indirect speech, the teacher told or asked the students to do their assignment and send it to him via email. Guru itu menyuruh murid-murid untuk mengerjakan tugas mereka dan mengirimkannya melalui email. Ada perubahan tense dari simple present ke simple past tense, dari interrogative menjadi statement. Number two, the teacher reminded the students, don't cheat during examination. Indirect speech, the teacher reminded the students not to cheat during examination. Guru itu mengingatkan murid-murid untuk tidak menyontek selama ujian. Ini merupakan kalimat perintah, maka indirect speech-nya menjadi pernyataan dari don't menjadi not to. Number three, I said to the children, don't be noisy here. Indirect speech, I told or asked the children not to be noisy there. Dari kalimat perintah berubah menjadi a statement. Number four, the foreigner said to me, I do not understand Indonesian. The indirect speech, the foreigner said to me that he did not understand Indonesian. Orang asing itu berkata kepada saya bahwa dia tidak mengerti bahasa Indonesia. Dari pernyataan simple present berubah menjadi pernyataan simple past tense. Number five, my friend said to me, I saw you at mall last night. The indirect speech, my friend said to me that he had seen me at mall the night before. Temanku berkata kepada saya bahwa dia telah melihat saya di mall malam itu. Dari pernyataan simple past tense berubah menjadi pernyataan indirect speech past perfect tense, dan dari last night berubah menjadi the night before, seperti yang sudah dijelaskan di depan. Number 6, John said, I will go to Bandung tomorrow. The indirect speech, John said that he would go to Bandung the day after, on the following day. John berkata bahwa dia akan pergi ke Bandung esok harinya. Dari present future berubah menjadi past future. Number 7, I asked the foreigner, do you speak English? The direct speech, I asked the foreigner whether or if he spoke English. Saya bertanya kepada orang asing itu apakah dia berbahasa Inggris. Ada perubahan dari simple present ke simple past tense. Dari pertanyaan interrogative berubah menjadi statement. Number 8, the manager asked me how much money did you spend out for the project? The indirect speech, the manager asked me how much money I had spent out for the project. Manajer itu bertanya kepada saya berapa banyak uang yang sudah saya keluarkan untuk proyek itu. Now, viewers, we go to the exercise. Change the following sentences into indirect speech. Number 1. The bank teller told me, don't tell your ATM PIN to anyone. What's the indirect speech of number 1? Okay, the bank teller told me not to tell my ATM PIN to anyone. Number 2, the notice said to visitors, use mask and wash your hands before entering the room. What's the indirect speech of number 2? Alright. The notice told or asked visitors to use mask and wash their hands before entering the room. Number 3, the tourist said to us, if you cannot speak English, you can also speak Indonesian. I understand it. What's the indirect speech of number 3? Okay, the tourist said that if we could not speak English, we could also speak Indonesian. He understood it. Number 4, the president said to us, we may not ignore health protocol to count COVID-19. So what's the indirect speech of number 4? Okay, the president said to us that we might not ignore health protocol to cut COVID-19. Number 5, the guest said to me, I did not come here last night because I forgot it. What's the indirect speech of number 5? Alright. The guest said to me that he had not come there the night before because he had forgotten it. Number 6, the teacher said to me, you don't understand English because you never learn it well. Well, now what's the indirect speech of number 6? Okay. The teacher said to me that I didn't understand English because I never learned it well. Number 7, I said to my friend, sorry, I'm sleepy because I didn't sleep well last night. What is the indirect speech of number 7? Okay, I said to my friends that I was sleepy because I had not slept well the night before. Number 8, the man asked me, are you the local people here? Okay, the man asked me if or whether I was the local people there. Number 9. He asked them, what are you doing here? What's the indirect speech of number 9? Alright, he asked them what they were doing there. Number 10. I asked him, how long have you lived in this town? What's the indirect speech of number 10? Alright, I asked him how long he had lived in that town. Next, we have a notice. Ada catatan di sini, jika kalimat langsung dinyatakan dalam bentuk simple present tense, misalnya kita menggunakan says, informs, tells, reminds, dan seterusnya, maka reported speech tidak mengalami perubahan tense. Contohnya dapat dilihat sendiri. Well, viewers, I think that is all for the explanation of the reported speech, and I hope all of you understand it well. And thank you very much for your attention. See you on the next episode. Bye bye.